Oh, hey everyone. It's been a long day, but we did it. Welcome to Side Dish, Hired Edition. We've been traveling since 2 a.m. Reno time, 5 a.m. Fort Lauderdale time. So, we're going to get through this very delicate dish, as Jordan would say, with unsteady hands. So, we had this as a side appetizer, right? Appetizer on the boat?
Yeah.
On the cruise. It's a chive and goat cheese souffle. It's really, I know, it's like, we had a lot of goat cheese stuff that were really good. We heard this like goat cheese, like, I don't know, like egg roll type of thing.
Yeah, they call it like a spring roll, but it wasn't really, it was more like very thin phyllo dough, I guess.
It's
I
great.
don't know. It's like an egg roll with stuff with goat cheese. It was delicious.
So, you know, our little makeshift family is all here tonight. Amy and I are back from vacation, and Carmen's delighted, and Jordan's delighted, and Denise is delighted, but here we are. We had a great time. It was an adventure that was lucky to get to go and do. We saw a lot of cool things. We've got some pictures and a little slideshow that we'll talk sort of over, Amy and I. She'll have to describe what the picture is because I don't have something. Well, actually, I'll be able to see it on the screen, but I'll be delayed. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So this takes about 25 minutes to bake. So that's what we'll do, make the cocktail. And while we'll make the cocktail, we'll talk about the different cocktails we had. And inside the slideshow, there's also a little list of the dinner cocktails you can get at the like kind of formal dining hall. Yeah. We had so much going on. Oh, hi, Andrea. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Sorry they didn't get your bag to you. Oh, I didn't get the good rum out of that bag.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're good.
Somebody's in charge here.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have to switch it quite yet. So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 9 ingredients plus, you know, you double up on egg white and egg yolks. So we're good there. You do need a 1 1/4 ounce ramekin of some sort. This we bought actually for French onion soup, but this would work. We actually put in a 1 1/4 cups of water, and it comes up just to a little bit below the edge, which is what you want because the souffle is going to rise in the oven. And so it only has 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So if you wanted to, you'd probably make this gluten-free by just substituting the 1 flour. Yeah. If I go space here, just somebody smack me because I'll be back. If you get some chives, we've got fresh chives coming up, but I didn't know how many we had, so I had Jordan and Carmen buy store-bought. We need 1/3 cup of those. Yeah, so we have a cooker and a whisk. We're going to whisk 2 ways because we need to whisk in sort of beat egg whites, which is the good. And then we also we're going to French whisk by hand the goat cheese and everything together. All right, so the first thing we want to do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And then take your butter. And I'm just going to take the end of this same stick because I only need 3 tablespoons of butter for this. So it's kind of important that you get this really well done because if not, then you're going to end up with your souffle kind of sticky and it won't rise correctly.
What happened? I left Jordan in charge and he split?
No, we didn't need. You know, we're semi-adults here. And if not, Carmen can take care of this. So.
Everything made it.
Oh my God. So we went to this rum distillery called Clark's Court in Grenada, and it was really, really fun. And we went on a little tour. It wasn't a huge tour, but shout out to
Here you go. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Kellen who did our tour. He was really awesome, really good at explaining stuff, and we kind of nerded out over phones and stuff. But yeah, Clark's Court in Grenada, and it is. They've got some real kind of some tasty ones. We're gonna use this black gold This has nutmeg in it, which is one of the island's chief exports. We're going to use this as a float. Typically, you could use a dark rum, which is this is. And then we also got a chocolate liqueur rum and mojito and coconut rum. And then we got this stuff called Old Grog.
This is like their standard good.
I don't know. Yeah. I got it because on Critical Role, one of the characters' name is Grog, and I thought it was funny. So.
Oh, Andrea's rum is in her missing suitcase.
Yeah, I know. I thought that's what she said when we were texting this afternoon. You can get these done before, but again, I want just to show you can see I've got butter everywhere in there. So you really want to whisk it around here. And I'm just taking sort of clumps of butter off the end here and doing this. It was a long flight to get to Fort Lauderdale, but once we got there, it wasn't bad. We left from here on the 11th, stayed in Seattle in Federal Way, right? With Andrea's parents and had
an amazing dinner there.
Yeah, and then we went early in the morning. Well, early-ish, right? I don't remember. That was so long ago. 12 days and like a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, it was early-ish. I mean, we had breakfast in the lounge.
Yeah. It's really great. So if you can
So
take
probably
it
that's something that people know about, but I didn't know about it until I started traveling with Andrea, is this thing about the lounges and how even if you fly first class, you get in the lounge for free. But even if you're not flying first class, if your airline has a lounge, you can pay for a day pass, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can get some food, which is good. The thing that I liked about it mostly is that you can get a little breakfast or a little snack. They do have a bar that you can get drinks at.
Coffee, tea, juice, soda.
Yeah. But the one that's in Seattle, the Alaska Lounge, is really nice in Seattle, which is sort of Alaska Airlines flagship place. And so
I think it's really worth it if you're going to be waiting somewhere for a while.
yeah, especially if you've got like a long layover somewhere.
That's what I just said.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. I mean, like, I know that's what you meant. I'm going to be repeating you, so you just got to be here. So, or if you get there early, so whatever. I don't know. Jack hasn't seen us for 2 weeks, and he's just acting like a fool. It was nice to get back. We had a long day today because
some leakage.
We got we left, like I said, 2 a.m. our time here in Reno, and then when we got to Seattle, we were literally there 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. I don't think. Do you?
Where
in Seattle?
Well, we probably waited 10, 15 minutes to get on the plane, but luckily it was just right there.
Yeah. So we were.
If we had been in a different terminal, it would have been an issue.
Yeah. So we were worried about that because usually when you fly to Seattle from Reno, if they have enough people to put you on a big plane, but if they don't, they put you on one of the like 2 seats on each side, sort of a mid-sized plane. And we were worried about that because you have to go to another terminal, and it takes a while to get to that terminal, and you're in an airport full of people who are also equally as tired trying to figure out what they're doing. Out of the way. But we got right.
Also TSA pre-check.
Oh my God, best $85 I've ever paid. I'm not kidding. I know that Chris told me to get it, and other people have told me to get it for years. It is literally the best thing you can do. It was a simple process. I did notice though, it's so funny. So, TSA pre-check used to be this real elite thing, and you had this, and now the airports are teaming up with other areas too, to have sort of what is called clear pass or something like that. It's even more elite, So it's all about you can make money off of it, right?
Yep.
So, okay, so those are good, and then so I need yolks, but I also need the whites. So I'm gonna save the whites here, and I need 5 egg whites and 3 yolks. So I'm not gonna be anything fancy. You guys have seen us do this before. How was everybody's 2 weeks? I mean, how was you guys? We did some live. This is not probably the way I want to do this, but no, go ahead and.
That one's for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah. Can live on the counter over here.
Those whites are no good either.
I know.
Might as well just dump it all together and get a new bowl.
Okay. Good plan. See? Good thing we have a team here, because if not, if I was driving this ship solo, speaking of ships, we went on a sailboat. And it was just us, Amy and I and Adrian Leno and the captain and the first mate, and they were awesome. And we got to steer the boat and hoist the jib a little bit in the mainsail, and
Yep.
and we got to say, ready about, and then everybody would say ready, and then you say coming about, and it was fantastic. It was really fun. I mean, I was really hesitant because I'm not a super fan of the water, and but once we got on the boat, which was a beautiful boat, an old racer, we just kind of settled in. It was really fun.
It was super fun.
We had great.
It was a little
excursions.
scary.
Yeah.
When the boat would like go really far on its side when you're turning and the wind catches it just so, but
Almost 90.
nobody's face looked panicked in the crew, so
Yeah. Almost
we were
90,
okay.
What was it? Almost 90 degrees, right?
yeah. I
So-
mean, it
I'm
was a
really
lot.
prepared for what's happening, but would you expect anything else from here?
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have just made another episode, but I didn't. So I hope you enjoyed those live premieres. They were fun being able to sit and go and talk about the episodes with you as they were happening instead of sort of having to tap dance a little bit. I will tell you, and I'll go back because I want to go back to that sherbet recipe. And I know that we said it was tooth-numbingly sweet. It was crazy town. So it was like you took a bite of it and you're like, that's too much. Like way too much. So I'm doing this sort of ass backwards because I could have just put these into there because they're going to be whisked together. But that's what.
It's back to the early days of dirtying every single dish in the kitchen.
You gotta just take it back to the.
We haven't had to wash any dishes in 2 weeks.
Oh my
so.
God, that's the other thing. Not making vacations not making decisions on vacation was unbelievable. You just kind of showed up. Andrew did a great job of making all of our reservations, and so we had all of that, and then we did sign up for the fancy places.
Are you sure you're doing this right? You need the yolks for this part?
I do.
Okay.
3 with the yolks and the milk in a large bowl. And I need 3/4 of a cup of whole milk. So now we can have cereal and milk. Cereal? Did you get cereal at Denise's?
Yeah.
Nice. Denise is the best for taking care of Carmen for the last 2 weeks, and Jordan for watching the house, even though he's not living here, so it's sort of not like watching the house. He just was here.
No, I watched it.
You watched it.
I would just sit outside and look at it.
Yeah.
Make sure it didn't go anywhere.
Hey man, don't you think about going anywhere, house?
I'm like, I'm right here. I'd block it.
Yeah.
Ain't no houses getting past me. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Really, we don't need to do this. We just need to make sure these come together. And then I'm going to start this. Oh, there's a chive in there. That's fun. Don't burn your hair off your arms. Nope, turn that totally off. That's fun. Yeah. I was going to try and get the concierge service to let me go behind the scenes of the ship and see if I could talk to some sous chefs, but it just never materialized. When we wanted to do it, we got caught up in everything, and then I was like,
Let's be honest. There was a lot of rum drinks and a lot of sitting around.
I mean,
It's delightful.
It was really delightful. So, just
Plus, it was real hot and muggy.
yeah. I didn't want to deal with it. What is that? I don't know. Oh, it's just a piece of black. Who knows? That's not. What is happening? It's like when you put the spoon in the bowl of cereal
And it
just,
always slides
it's
in.
always in, and you're just like, no matter how small the bowl is, it's just how it is.
Oh, yeah. And massages and facials.
Oh,
We were
that was
busy.
really good. Oh, and I got
Pedicures. Cheerleader kick. Woo! Blue toenails.
Hey, if you men out there, if you're not treating yourself to a pedicure, you're doing your life right or wrong. Because it's really awesome. Like, it's probably one of the best things I like to do to take care of myself. I have started getting massages on the regular too, and it's been also quite delightful. So
Facials. Gotta get facials.
you gotta get, like in Star Trek, you're gonna get your face peeled back.
No.
Okay, that's good.
There were
Oh,
2 gals
I mean, look,
on the ship who were.
and then we saw
Plastic
a young gal in,
fantastic.
in Fort Lauderdale at the restaurant we were at.
That was not her chin or her cheekbones.
It was. I mean, she couldn't have been more than like 30. I can't. That one in the bar. I can't believe she was any more than 30. But she literally like plastic chin. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But we had women on the ship that were like that, and there was one woman with the French when we were at the French restaurant that forgot the words to "Happy Birthday." That's how pink she was.
It was awesome.
And she was
Just
like,
kept singing,
"Happy
and
birthday
And then you get to the
you."
part like "Happy birthday, dear whomever,"
And she
and
goes,
she would forget
"Happy
that part. She would just start the song over again.
She was having a good time.
It was.
Yeah. And then at one point, I think it had to be in the first 2 days because the first 2 days were out at sea. We got a late start. We actually left port 12 hours late because of some sort of unknown.
You want the ship to have running water.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
important.
it really is. Okay.
So what about it?
Add flour and stir for 1 minute. Oh, I just wandered around the ship the first 2 days because we were at sea, and I got back to the room and I was like, "Is this what being retired is?"
Mhm.
And Amy was like, "Yeah," and I said, "Well, I'm gonna be real good at it."
Yeah.
I just like show up to places and be like, "What's going on here?" The ship was at 60% capacity, and that was really nice because they're a 2,800 person ship only had 1,800 people on it, and so
1,600 or 1,600. Yeah, we asked.
and you didn't have to wait for anything. And I know that that's not Andrea and Lino really drove it in. This is not how it is, but I think even with the people, you would get used to the flow of where people are and that kind of stuff, and so.
Well, so like only half the dining room was open
Yeah,
because they had about half the staff too.
that's a big one. We had shout out to Elbert, Elbert, Martinez, and Mahir, who were our dining room waiter, assistant waiter, and sommelier, and they were excellent. I really just enjoyed. They knew our names by like the third day, and
My champagne was at the table when I got there.
And Amy was having
Awesome.
a frangelico every night after dinner as a side of and it was it's just delightful. If you can get yourself on a cruise, don't wait. We're kind of kicking ourselves that we waited for as long as we did to sort of go and do one. I'm only doing this for like a minute, which is done, and I'm only doing it for a minute because I just want the flouriness to be cooked out, and then
No.
it's just a roux basically, and it's three sugar, 3 flour.
3 what? 3 fat, 3 flour?
3 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of butter.
Okay. I think you said sugar.
Sorry.
Fat sugar. Or I mean
Okay.
fat.
I'm just
flour.
checking to make sure this doesn't tell me to over. This is a medium heat, but this is definitely not a medium heat. There we go. I don't know. That's probably gonna work. I never made a souffle before, so.
It sounds like it's scalding.
What is wrong with you?
It's supposed to just get thick. So it's definitely getting thick, but this thing is not really formed the way I would like it to.
That'll work.
That should work.
It'll be fine.
If you've been watching the show long enough, you know that that's basically our motto. This is probably gonna work.
It's your tagline.
So Jack, get out of my kitchen. Oh man. I'm just gonna continue to whisk this together on medium-low heat here until the lumpage goes away. That's basically kind of why you want to do it gradually, but apparently we don't have that luxury here. Our flight from Seattle to Reno was nice because Amy and I both had aisle seats across the aisle from each other, so that we could kind of spread out. Sitting in the middle can be painful, but if you have the right person next to you, which I have a skinny kid this time, Fort Lauderdale, and it was really nice. So
You were having a conversation with him. What was he doing? What was he?
so he is at University of Washington, and he graduated in the fall or the spring of last year and stayed. He's getting his PhD in genetics.
Wow.
He wants to work in the consumer side, like he was saying. He consults with 23andMe and other places like that about delivering people's results in a way that explains the science of what they're actually seeing and what they're providing. So this is very Pat Shoe-like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take this off the heat, and I've got a little water bath sitting here, and I want to make sure that this cools off a little bit. But obviously, I don't know what I'm doing, and so it's sort of floating here. That's fine. That's not going to be. Anyways, so he was an interesting kid. He slept for 90% of the flight. We had a 10-minute conversation, and then he went back to sleep. Okay, we did that. Set aside whiskey until thick, about 2 minutes. Return to mixing bowl. Cool souffle. Oh yeah, mixing bowl. So I guess I didn't need to get rid of this. It's about reading ahead, everyone. Not my forte, as you know. We had so many tropical drinks. Oh my god. They had a few things. What was that? Oh, drinks.
I forget something.
Oh, you're pouring water, dribbling water in there. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Back in the boat. What else did we do? We went on some cool excursions. Amy had a monkey sit on her head. You'll see at least a picture of the monkey and Amy, not on her head, but we have a little, like I said, we have a little slideshow. It's not very long, but
You'll see the monkey poop on my shirt.
yeah, there's definitely monkey poop on her shirt. And there may, I don't know if I have to blur it out, but there may be monkey penis in there too. So,
Exciting day you had.
Yeah, it was a thrill.
But then, so everybody there has roadside stands, and they're trying to make a buck off the tourists. Which, hey, you got to live your life, right? And they, when we would stop.
But we ate at some touristy stands, and then we ate at some local stands.
Yeah. And there was the ones that we stopped at after we went into this nature preserve, and there's a picture in there of it's a panoramic shot that you'll see. It's of a crater lake that they have, and almost 90% in Grenada. And anyways, they were talking about it's like gravity. It's all gravity driven. So it rains in the rainforest, and they have hills everywhere, and so it goes downhill. That's better. And so, but then the topography was either mountains or it was flat. And so you definitely got to see the difference in terms of how that affected the climate of the islands. The areas that were more mountainous, definitely more rainforesty, definitely had a huge variation in plants. I think they all have variation in plants, but it was really interesting to hear the history of a lot of these islands too, because a lot of the Caribbean islands are French or British settled, and so there's mixture of cultures all around there, and you find out that they brought over bamboo, like the French did, to shore up the soils, and so bamboo is everywhere on those islands now, which is not native, but they use it and they've incorporated it into what they've got. So, okay, so that's good, cool. And I need so now I just have plain goat milk.
How much?
It's 6 ounces, but this is 8 ounces, so
Because on here it says 2 3-ounce logs.
right, but this is an 8-ounce big log.
Oh, okay. So you did mean to say 2 3-ounce logs.
I did.
Okay.
Here's a quarter cup. So we just need to open this, and this will be a logic puzzle for me. Nope. Oh man, took a lot of naps. That was really great. The ocean. We were at the back of the boat, so we had some really cool. You could get up in the middle of the night and just kind of look at the ocean and sky and
Sunset or sunrise, depending on which way you're going.
yeah. All in all, pretty great. But again, we know we were pretty fortunate to be able to go on this one and also have it so that it was not as full. Are you thirsty, my love?
I am. I'm drying out.
Yep. I'm sweating over here. I was gonna weigh this and say that, but I think what are 2 ounces, right? What's 2 ounces? So
4 quarts.
nope, that's not. You are
Yeah, there's four quarts and an ounce.
you are the worst,
3 liters.
worst at unnecessary conversions ever. Where's John when you need him? So okay, set this aside because you're gonna dollop this on top of your with some Parmesan cheese, and then with the remaining goat cheese and half cup of Parmesan. Also, I guess I need so many bowls.
Except for that's 8 ounces, remember?
Yep, but it's gonna be fine.
There's no such thing as too much goat cheese.
That's 6 ounces. It's probably 6 ounces now. Probably only needed to be 4 ounces, but this is I'm not in the mindset to do a logic problem about how to figure out from 8 ounces what 6 ounces looks like. I know you can do it, but I need 3/4 of a cup of this. Yep, 3/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan. Use good stuff if you got it. Or if not, you can use whatever. But try and grade it yourself. How about that? What else? Anything exciting in your neck of the woods happen? You guys, anybody go do spring break that was not carbon finished government, which is super exciting.
Oh, yeah.
You've got, I'm hoping, a decent way into computer literacy, huh?
20% because I couldn't break it for 3 days.
You couldn't break it?
I couldn't break 20% for 3 days because it wouldn't go up any higher.
Oh. We'll figure it out. It is what it is. Is it easier to you or harder than government class?
Harder.
Really? I don't really put some effort into it.
Why is it harder?
Oh, your nails. I probably put way too much Parmesan here, but
3/4. Well,
Yeah.
I'm having a problem estimating that, bro.
okay. So if there's 6 ounces in there now,
No, yeah, so
so just take out 1/3 of it.
Or just like
Or I mean, if you think that's, yeah, there you go.
okay.
Because I'm worried it won't do what it needs to do if there's too much.
Okay. Well, I could weigh this.
It's fine. I think it's good now.
Okay. If we need more, we'll add more.
Is that a 3/4?
It sure is.
Okay.
We can make Parmesan cheese nachos.
We can make Parmesan cheese crisps.
You could.
Oh, we could.
I mean, I thought that's kind of what you meant.
We could. Look, man.
Carmen on the camera. She's taking care of it. So we don't just stare at nothing. Thank you, Carmen.
Again. What else is going on? I don't know. Gotta go back to work. That's always fun. This might not be the right tool yet. No. What is that gonna do?
Wait, what about the little pink one you had? It's already dirty.
I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe. Yeah. This is why, again,
We should have a dish counter in the corner.
if I knew how to do that efficiently, so that it can be done fast, then we would do that.
We'll just put like RF tags on each one of your dish, and anytime it appears on camera, it'll flag.
Okay.
That's gotta work, right?
Okay. I put too much Parmesan in.
How much were you supposed to put in?
Only half of it.
Oh, that's fine.
Half cup, sorry. And I put 3/4. Yeah.
What if
Yeah, it's
you
fine.
put the rest of the goat cheese in, then would it level out?
No, that's fine. It would probably, but it's fine. I'm just gonna get this out of the way because I gotta chop, and I'm not really doing things in a good order of operation today. So, again, fresh chives are the best for this. If you can't get fresh chives, use dried, but most stores have fresh chives in a container. So I don't want to cut my fingers off. I gotta concentrate extra hard. This is Side Dish Weapon. Welcome to episode 114. I'm back from the hospital after losing 3 of my fingers. I hope you've been enjoying the reruns.
Then you could get a robot hand.
Man, if I could get a robot hand and just put attachments on it like a whiz.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Julia Child. Amy got French omelets pretty much every day, or tried to. Yeah. How much champagne do you think you drank on the cruise?
You calling me out?
How many grapes
I'm
are
just
in
asking.
Napa,
I'm
bud?
just asking because I'm wondering.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah, get that booze tag.
That's the thing.
That's right.
You got to get the premium drink package too. So cruises are nice, but they are tiered a lot. There's the highest you can be on a cruise in terms of like passenger level is Zenith, right?
Well, that's on Celebrity, so
Okay.
they all have their own things.
That's true. But we met a couple that their children will be, by the time they're 18, will be Zenith class because of they go on so many cruises a year. It's crazy. It is crazy. Half teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper. Again, salt, you want to make sure you're fairly accurate on the peppers. If you're going to grind it, just kind of make sure it looks semi-okay. Okay. So just mix this so it gets sort of nice and happy and homogenized-ish. Because you're going to mix it into the base. And then it's all going to fold together and go from there. And then you're going to beat the egg whites, and then you're going to fold them in. That's the thing with a souffle, is that the structure doesn't come from flour normally, it comes from egg whites. So we sort of did a souffle type thing on one episode. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. But if you go back, if you haven't, go back and watch all of our episodes and catch up. So you kind of want this. I mean, you want this exactly. Perfect. So now we're just going to mix this back into the big bowl. And then I'm going to whip the egg whites together.
Whip it good.
Oh man. We watched people practicing for a flash dance or flash mob, not flash dance.
They were doing Flashdance the musical.
Yeah, it was crazy. No, but there was this guy, and I really like him. Shout out, I don't know your name, sir, but you were loving it, and it was amazing. Watching him, he was just like, doing all the steps, and he's just like, and then it was great. It was really
How
good.
did that dance go again?
Yeah, exactly. You saw it.
I don't think I did.
I thought it was, I guess I'm using it in a mean way, but like the second day of excursions, like each morning, like more and more people were showing up like with crutches
Oh my God,
or a
it's so
cane
rude.
or
Oh,
in
no.
a wheelchair or
What?
hobbling
The
around.
first night, before we even left port, people were getting so drunk that one lady had to be like, literally, they were holding like a bucket in front of her face. I mean, this is like a woman in her mid to late 60s, sort of, and they're like, she had 2 people on her side because she could not walk. They were like walking, and she was going like dragging her feet. It was
God bless this woman.
Yeah.
She is my new hero.
she knows how to party. So
Is that when Andrea and I went to the silent disco?
yeah,
And
that's-
a silent disco.
there was a silent
It
disco.
was so fun.
That's where
Then Doug made fun of us. You're not supposed to sing at the silent disco. I'm like, bullshit. You're not supposed to
You can sing at the silent disco. They're
That's
wearing
part of the
headphones.
funniness.
Well, for the people who are not wearing headphones, it's a lot of people singing not at the same beat or at the same level, and so it's
So you
very,
mean for the killjoys?
no. I'm just saying that it's hard to comprehend what is happening if you don't really have an idea that there's a silent disco. You just see a bunch of, sept and septuagenarians.
I thought it was funny to watch people who were listening to two different songs. You could tell because they had the lights on the headphones
That's
were
right.
different,
Yeah.
and they were trying to dance together. Like that's not going to
It
work.
was like this, and then other person like this.
Or something like that.
It was crazy. From an outside observer who was not doing it, it was like I was an anthropologist that they couldn't see, and I was like, "What is happening? This is magical."
Like a drunk Jane Goodall.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the bowl egg. Oh, it's right here. I need to have more. I'm just going to put it in with those eggs. Right, egg yolks. I was going to try and save these separately, but I don't need any more egg yolks. So these are good eggs. Where'd you get these?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah, we went to Walmart.
I'm sorry, Carmen.
But it was close.
Grocery outlet is literally around the corner.
I don't know where that is.
It's by Rainbow Market.
Oh, really?
It's in
I
the
thought that was a
shopping
Big
center.
Lots.
It's right next
There's
door.
one next to it.
Literally right next door.
Oh.
The big red and orange sign or yellow sign.
Look, man, I'm just a simple country boy.
You're not a simple
You gotta go to a wedding, you gotta go to a funeral, you gotta make a souffle, you go to Walmart. You need new tires, you go to Walmart.
It's like
Oil
going
change,
to,
you
is
go
it like
to
going to Costco where
Yeah,
you just get everything at Costco? Or,
Walmart. It's Elko's Costco.
Ugh. Love the silent disco, Andrea says.
It was awesome.
I don't want to filter this. I don't know if I should, but
Why? What do you mean filter
it's
it?
got some floaties in there.
Oh, okay.
Everyone loves some floaties.
I know you do.
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna
chocolate
say-
martinis at the silent disco. Yeah, and it was one of those martini bars that they freeze. Yeah.
I don't think this is having a lick of difference, everyone. I've made a huge mistake.
Can you? Will egg whites go through a strainer?
Yeah, we will, but it doesn't matter because our strain is already in there. So you know what?
It made its escape.
It's a battle that I wasn't going to win, everyone.
Just go no chill on these
I-
souffles.
I really like. They had a gelato place. Oh my god, that peanut butter gelato was, but it was not. We like most of the stuff we had was like we could just have. That was $4.50 extra. But okay, so
Yeah,
it
that was
called
like
a lot of
$200 of our bill.
gelato.
it was not. You liars.
We
I
ate
got-
$6,000 in
I
gelato.
got two, and I brought one to Amy every single
By
time.
the 6th day,
I
I
only
just
got
filled
two.
my bathtub.
What are you talking about?
You only had 2 a
Or
day.
only two made it back to the
You might be
I didn't
struggling
know.
with counting a little.
We wanted stiff but not dry. The egg whites, that is. Not our martinis.
Not our martinis. That's a weird way to order a martini. And I'm going to be stiff, not dry.
Not dry. I want these. Not dry as possible.
Sir, I believe you just ordered a glass of vodka. You heard me, son.
So our drink package covered drinks up to $15. So every once in a while we'd order a drink and it'd be like, you're gonna have to pay $1, and we'd be like, whatever.
Fine.
Not very often though.
No, they had a Caribbean cobbler, which was a delightful drink.
Do you have to pay extra for that?
No, that was a dinner. They had, unfortunately, they messed the fire squad, which, depending on which bar you ordered it in, you either got a glass full of alcohol and a little bit of coloring, or you got the right drink. So it was, again, all in all, don't get me wrong, I think it was magic, and I would definitely go back as soon as humanly possible. What was your favorite part? You think?
On the ship or off the ship?
Oh, let's do both.
On the ship. Gosh, I don't know. You know, I really like to drink champagne, so
That happened.
anytime you can get champagne morning, noon, or night, it's good.
Okay,
Stiff,
stiff,
but
not dry.
And then off the ship, I just love looking at those lush, beautiful places and floating in the salt water.
Yeah,
It's
that was
awesome.
amazing. Even I floated, and I sink like a log every single time. So, okay, so we're gonna do this in 3 batches, like we've done before on egg whites. I'm gonna use.
I also appreciated like all the things the locals told us and, you know, showed us their countries.
They were
And
so proud of everything in their country.
and
It
they
was
didn't
great.
bullshit. Like when they said like, oh, you're looking for beach glass, go here. Sure as shit, beach glass.
Yeah.
Like not like 1 or 2 pieces, like beach glass.
I got a lot.
Oh, you want this? Go here.
I got really good at finding it, and then we had to go, but it was pretty great.
We were there for like 2 hours.
I know. Like I said, it took 2 hours to get really good at finding it. All right, so fold this in. You want to kind of the first third do a rough, because you want to give it some foldability here. Because if you know, like anything, this is a loose, as it says, not a dry mixture going into a more stiff. And so you want to kind of mix it around. And then we'll fold it in, you know, using that momentum here. You cut, fold, fold. That's the general rule. Folding anything into anything else. Chocolate, whipped cream, you know.
could we put chocolate in the souffle?
I wouldn't.
Goat cheese and chocolate. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, the thing we got most of our rice from egg whites from was the angel food cake. It just came to me. So I'm gonna do one more third here. This might be a little bit more.
What was your favorite part?
No decisions. The fact that I could show up at a place, they knew who I was. They took us to our table most of the time and said, "Here's your table," which we sat at the same table pretty much every single night for dinner. I think the food was pretty top notch. There's some pictures of some of the sides that we had, but we had steak tartare, we had tuna sashimi, and we had beef carpaccio and tuna carpaccio. It was all of it was really, really quite delightful. And you could order, to your detriment, as many as you wanted. So sometimes Andrew would order double shrimp cocktails, so they have, every night they have different sides and dinners. But then they have the classics, French onion soup. They have
Shrimp cocktail.
escargot.
Oh yeah,
Shrimp cocktail.
escargot.
Yeah,
Delicious.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Butter and garlic, and if you just forget what you're eating, which I don't really care either.
What was the texture like?
Chewy.
Chewy.
But not like
Like
a rubber
mussels?
band.
Not like a rubber band, no. Just like, definite some density.
Yeah,
What is that calamari?
I think less than calamari. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You think I'm wrong?
Maybe like a thick piece of calamari.
There you go.
Like if you've ever had calamari steak done right.
Well, we had those calamari sticks at the.
Yeah, so similar to that, only like butter and garlic and super yummy. Yeah.
But we had like
What about on island? What was your favorite?
St. Lucia was definitely my favorite. I loved that whole experience with the sailboat and the person who took us around, Anthony, right? Is that his name?
Sure.
I think it was Anthony. Super knowledgeable, and like that was where we got the first glimpse of people really caring about their islands a lot, and like going through and being like, everywhere we went, it's like, here's our power plant, here's this, here's our cell phone. You know, they
It's our
want,
water treatment.
I think he wanted, and the people who showed us that stuff wanted to show us like we're not just like a backwards third world country. We have amenities that you would have, and we learned so much about like, you know, those whole area, like I was saying earlier, is, you know, French settlements and then British settlements and Dutch settlements and all kinds of stuff, and then the Dutch fight the French and the French fight the British, and so you have all of these different influences on the island. And they were in Barbados, especially Barbados is where we took the river rafting trip, right? I think so. One of those, I think it was towards later.
Dominica.
Which is not the Dominican Republic.
They don't say it Dominica. They say it like a woman's name. Dominica.
Oh, Dominica. Okay. So that was super cool because like he was showing us a bunch of stuff, and it was like, again, as we're talking about things, you get this clear sense of like, oh, we want this to happen. And so the French, they speak he's like, we speak locally to each other, we speak like a French type of Creole, but it's not Creole, but we all speak English as well. And I would say, you know, we learned about Spice Islands. You know, we talk about that and what they are. But
and this is my other favorite thing. So nutmeg, such a huge deal.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of nutmeg on the slideshow?
I don't.
Okay, well, when the nutmeg grows with a fruit around it, and you can use the fruit for stuff. And then inside is a shell, and then inside that shell is the nutmeg. But on that shell is also mace. And it looks it's red when it's ripe, and it looks like kind of veiny. So when the fruit falls and the fruit falls off and then the shell cracks, you can see a little bit of this white, and then which is the nutmeg nut, and then the mace over it, which is red. And so they call it Lady in the Boat with the Red Petticoat. I mean, isn't that poetic and beautiful? It's like, that gives you like just a whole sense of the culture. Like, you could just say the nutmeg's ready or ripe or falling, but instead they refer to that time as Lady in the Boat with the Red Petticoat.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's really cool. And we learned so much about like exports and the flora and the fauna that are on these islands. And it's like, there's whole areas that have what he said, like 125 different types of parrots and the monkeys and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, great. Okay, so this needs to be, this is done. We're going to divide it into our prepared dishes here. I'm going to do one scoop like this in each one, and then come back and finish topping as we go, because I want to make sure that we're kind of keeping this even as much as we can.
And then Andrea was talking about, we'd always, if they didn't tell us about the schools, we'd ask about the schools, and like, because they do it slightly different on each island, but almost all islands, the kids start at 3.
Yeah.
And then they go to primary at like 6 or 7.
Jack,
And then secondary at like 12. And then we also got to see, Andrea put on here, St. George's University in Grenada, which is an amazing place.
They've got the medical
views
school there.
and like they have a marina. I'm like, what the heck? This place is amazing.
School, it sounds like.
Right? How many of these are you making?
4.
Oh.
That's all
3
we
for me,
got.
1 for you guys.
Yeah, that's what it makes. So I'm pretty good right now. So food wise, I'm just giving these a little, again, this is going to rise up. I'm not even probably a quarter up the sides here.
Okay.
But it's going to lift. That's what all of the.
And all the uniforms, they said, like, each school has its own uniform, and they really like that too, because then if a kid's like out in public acting up, you know what school they go to, so you can track them down. But most of the schools like have just reopened.
Yep.
Like, I think it was on, I don't remember what
Dominica.
island, but it was like
Dominica.
they just opened on Monday. And we were there like on Wednesday or something.
Yeah. So that's a difference too, because they rely on tourism and stuff like that, and so the boats being shut down, not going. We're talking about how hurricane season, June to November, and it's kind of a interesting dichotomy because they're like, if we don't I think Anthony, who took us to St. Lucia, was saying that when he's not driving a cab, he's in the farms and stuff like that. They're big on the farming and stuff. And so, and during the hurricanes, he was like, we just get out there and a tree falls and I take my van, what you would call a truck, and get out and we help people and we make sure that they're taken care of. And sort of, you got that feeling pretty much everywhere that they were all about like helping and community. Exactly. I could live in St. Lucia tomorrow. It was unbelievable. And we were talking to this gal and she's like, well, I just throw like everything that's growing at my house. It's like an orange. I just throw it out in the backyard and it sprouts up orange seeds. And if it does this and it does that, I was like, you know what? So if you should have had, if you haven't, you should have had your oven turned on and preheated to 375. And I'm going to put these on this so that they can space a little evenly. Now I find it interesting. This does not say and to bake them with a water bath or anything like that. So this is also, we need to take our separated stuff here. And we're just gonna bloop. Bloop. That did not work. Well, it sort of.
It kind of worked.
Is that what I'm gonna do here? Yep, top with goat cheese and
Before you cook it?
yes. Yep.
Okay. Thank you for double checking.
So you're just
That look.
that's right.
Mhm.
That's
Yep,
right.
that looks great.
Just telling you how it is.
So then will that sink down into it?
I believe that is the theory here, Denise, but this is so sticky. Sticky icky, if you were Snoop Dogg. Snoop did it. We saw like a commercial for Snoop doing jeans.
Oh, he has all kinds of commercials now.
Yeah.
And the puppy bowl.
And the what?
Puppy bowl.
Oh, is he part of that?
Yeah, Martin.
No. I mean, only one of them is a convicted felon, and it isn't him, so.
Do that.
Okay, well,
Then you can put
little
do
Parmesan.
chives go on there?
Nope, Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
The chives are mixed into the mix.
Gotcha.
So, top to that,
Boop to that.
boot to that. Yeah, it only makes me want to retire faster, I can tell you that
I
much.
think you only did 3 of them.
Oh, I did. Jack always wants attention. He gets the most attention from anybody because he always wants it. It looks like George's been spoiling the dogs a little bit.
That is correct.
Okay, so this goes in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Still leaking.
Mhm. It's pressure.
What's pressure?
It's under pressure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The
Mai
rum.
Tai. Mai Tai time. All right.
Bye.
Mai Tai time. It's the best time.
So you're gonna need a cocktail shaker. For this, you need orange liqueur, rum, orgeat syrup, almond syrup.
Perfect. That sounds right.
It's ORGEAT. If anybody knows how to pronounce that, let me know, because I don't. Whew, it's hot. Okay, ready? I'm
Ready.
Ready.
Ice. Correct? And?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. 1.5 ounces white rum.
So I'm just using, we have Bacardi, so I'm just using it. But if you've got fancy stuff, 1.5 ounces. Yep.
Three-quarter-ounce orange curacao.
No, this one's okay. It's the same. We couldn't actually find curacao, but it's just orange liqueur. So.
Three-quarter-ounce lime juice, freshly squeezed.
I have limes right here. I should have had somebody be squeezing them, but I didn't. Because you guys want to see me squeeze limes.
Yeah.
Sure.
We have time to spill. Oh, I should probably put a timer on that. Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nope, that's at 25. I know how my oven works.
It's got egg goo.
It does have egg goop in it, Denise. It's okay. It's all right. What was the most surprising thing for you on the ship, like that you didn't expect, or that you liked that you didn't think you would?
On the ship?
Yeah.
Facial.
Really?
Yeah.
Skip water or lime juice everywhere. For me, I think again, just like was
The
because there was-
vastness of it all.
well,
It's like a floating luxury
and
hotel.
it's bigger. It's like bigger than I don't know. I knew it was big, but it's way bigger than I anticipated for some reason.
I didn't know there was going to be like a coffee bar and a gelato stand and a martini bar and the ensemble lounge and the blah blah da 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 da.
There were just so many things, and again, the staff was so good because we were in concierge class and we had a stateroom. We had a stateroom attendant, Danny, who was really excellent.
Well, everybody has a stateroom. That's just what they're called. But
Oh,
we had a stateroom with a balcony on the back.
okay. Well, I don't know much about much. So, how much I hit this?
3/4 ounce.
Okay.
1/2 ounce of the unpronounceable liqueur.
The words getting that?
1/2 ounce.
I just had to find where the 1/2 ounce was on this.
1/2 ounce dark rum. Oh, is that the float?
Put that into the lime juice.
Yep, I sure did. At least some of these kind of things.
These new glasses work really
I
good.
was gonna say, he's got new glasses, and all of a sudden we're. Yikes! It's fine. Somebody gets a little extra. Mix this with glass. We didn't. You know what? This is the funny part is we didn't have a Mai Tai on the ship,
No.
but I thought, Mai Tais are tropical, right?
Sure.
Hell yeah, brother.
Are any Macho Man Savage here?
Oh yeah.
That sounds like the Kool-Aid Man.
1/2 ounce dark rum.
Okay. Here.
You're going to use the new one, yeah?
So
So
this-
at this place, they had a spicy rum. So I had a taste of it. And it hit me on the back of the throat. And I almost died.
You said a 1/2 ounce?
Yes. Because it was a spicy.
Spicier than the ones we're used to.
Yeah, it wasn't spiced rum. It was spicy rum. So here I thought there was like something being lost in translation. No. So I paid for that assumption.
Oh, see, I thought it was the same thing. I guess-
No. They had spiced rum, but this was spicy rum.
It's got a little bit of goat cheese on it, but it'll be fine.
What, my lime wedge?
Yeah.
Chocolates.
Listen, you're lucky you're getting to drink it all right now. So let me know how it is. Because it's going to take me 10 hours to make another one.
It's good.
Really?
Yeah, it just needs to be,
1.5
that float
ounces of white rum?
needs to be mixed in. And now I'm going to have a bit of goat cheese. So I'm using my lime wedge to do it.
Just have a bit of 10 minutes to your
Yeah.
cocktail.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be fine.
You're already eating it with the thing. Why not eat it with your drink too?
3/4 of an ounce of this, plus some.
It's pretty limey boozy.
What half ounce? So I've got 1.5 ounces of white rum.
3/4 ounce orange.
That's what I was. Oh, the kid does not like it.
Ah!
The face she's making.
Ah!
Oh, it's that good?
That's worrisome for me.
It's good for us. What do you mean? That's good for us.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, I like that she's not liking it. And then half an ounce.
3/4 ounce lime juice.
Did that.
Half an ounce that. Okay. Shaky, shaky. Half ounce dark rum.
Gotcha. I do know what's happening, sort of. I'm going to be going to bed not very long after this. I do have a golf tournament to go to in the morning, which is going to be great.
Oh my gosh.
Did the MJ start up?
It did.
This is the first one.
It is. It's the am. So I've got a partner that I've got to be there for. I would think about not going, but I already told him I was coming.
Hear me out. I'll dress up like you, and I'll show up and I'll win the tournament.
Have you played golf?
No, but I need you to make me just a satchel full of Mai Tais. And all I need is a driver and a putter. That's it.
I think you might be underestimating. Denise, would you like one of these? Okay, well, it's got a big float, so.
The answer was no.
Thank you.
Okay. Making food.
Who's your partner? Chris?
Brandon Smith.
Oh, am I supposed to be showing the?
No, not yet. Well, we can start. We can start and then we can talk about stuff. So you should just be able to go. It'll automatically start going. So you can just.
Okay, so this is a coconut turnover. Oops. That our driver got for us, and it was amazing. This is the Crater Lake that Doug was talking about.
I took that panorama. I love it.
That is the monkey, and that white stuff on me is what I believe is monkey poop.
Right on your chest there?
Oh, all over. Because it crawl around on your chest, your head, everywhere.
It's a monkey. It doesn't know about pooping
Yeah.
on you. He just knows.
Oh, here's some of the drinks we had. There's beautiful sunrise, sunset. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Did you see the blue light?
No.
No, green light.
Green light? Yeah.
We're just amazed at all the vegetation growing out of places. Oh, there's a little crabby
We
crab.
got crabs.
Yeah, it was really.
There's some more.
Oh, those are hermit crabs. Little.
Oh, that's a little guy in Antigua.
Yeah.
That tree is like super, super hardwood. And if you build stuff out of it, nothing will ever get hurt. Our driver also bought us these coconut treats.
They were really.
We're going to try to figure out how to make them. This is where the coconut turnover came from. I ate something that came out of that place.
Was it delicious?
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It really was quite delightful. So
It was amazing. Oh, you didn't put too many in the slideshow.
no, I just figured we.
So where was
Let
this?
the pictures circulate.
Where was this Crater Lake? These are all from the same place,
Not all.
except for the crabs.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was
Those
the
monkeys
second-
are cool,
The
huh?
second day, I think it was St. Croix and Nevis were the same island, or was the same.
No, St. Kitts and
Okay,
Nevis.
St. Croix. Then. It was on St. Croix.
No, St. Croix was our very first one.
I thought St. Kitts was our very first.
No.
Jordan.
You guys ever had Dulcim? The cough syrup? It's like Dulcim. It'll get you drunk.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's good.
I think it just like unlocks some awoken childhood memory.
I know you sort of walked off like you were just like.
I had to chase
Wow.
a memory down.
You know what, Ping? I never tried the pomegranate mojito. Did you? Andrea did.
Andrea did, yeah.
And it was good. If I remember.
I drew about 7 of these. You know what it is? The orange liqueur. It's not bad though.
I didn't do myself.
That was in Antigua because we went on a catamaran, and then the catamaran beached, and we got off and swam
Yes.
for like an hour and a half, and then we got back on, and then we sailed around like half the island, and they just like pulled up right next to our cruise ship.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great day because you just like the boat was fun. The guys really knew what they were doing.
So after we ate this, then Doug was like, "We could travel with Ted and Kim." Because I'm always like, Ted, I'm not an adventurous eater. I can't just do that.
But
St. Croix had the hermit crab. No, it was the last place. Nevis had the hard tree. Grenada had the monkey and Crater Lake. See,
we had multiple
crabs.
hermit crab encounters.
Okay.
7 different varieties.
I'm gonna need, because I took my journal. I didn't write anything in the journal. Dumb. So
I think I may have just.
I'm going to
I
have
used
to
the wrong side for the
sit with Andrea to do the right
That's good.
thing.
Okay, and nope, that's the wrong one there. That would have been dangerous.
This is Side Dish hosted by Arthur. And it just cuts to me in the corner and I've got like a child's piano.
What's happening?
And then I just play Christopher Cross
And
on
I
it.
start weeping because it doesn't more.
Oh no. Say
Do we have
takes me away.
do we have oregano?
Fried oregano?
Any kind of oregano? Freaking Andrea. Amy had crabs on the ship.
I don't know. Why?
Do we have oregano?
I don't know. Why?
Well, because we have some time, and so and do we have some extra Parmesan cheese? I want you to make these Parmesan crisps.
No, I don't. I have like that much, so no, not really.
You don't want to make another thing?
I don't.
It's really easy.
I'm sure it is.
It's
but
2 cups of Parmesan cheese and a tablespoon of
2
flour.
cups? No, I have to grade out. I'm tired. We don't have time, but let me have a cocktail, and then I can attempt it.
Just slam it down. Straight chug it. Mix another one and then make Parmesan crisps. I will sous chef for you
I have
and grate
Parmesan.
the Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, I know you have enough Parmesan. We need the pine nuts. See this?
All right, let's taste this. Mix the float in a little bit. Make sure I don't die.
You won't die, honey.
I wrote his cough syrup.
Right?
It's not that face that you made that, but
Was it need some syrup?
no, I don't think so.
It's just, the orange is very pronounced.
Don't they usually put like grenadine or something in it?
I thought so, but this recipe didn't call for grenadine.
Grenadine
Do we have
or
grenadine?
Morocco.
It doesn't say it in there, does it?
No, it does not say it in there.
So, and that's from liquor.com, the people who bring you liquor.
TheLiquor.com.
TheLiquor.com.
It's kind of like the Facebook.
She ordered it's cleaner.
Make sure I don't have booze everywhere. Sticky. Why start now being clean? Great. It's time to be great.
You are great.
How much do I need here?
2 cups. Do you want me to cut it in half?
I got it. It's gonna break anyways. Nice. How long do these cook?
2 minutes.
Do I need to turn the other oven on?
400.
Okay, well, we're making Parmesan Crisps, which have we done this before? I think we've done this before.
No, we haven't.
I'm not saying we've made these. I think we've made other types of Parmesan Crisps.
Not to my
We need to
knowledge.
find a recipe for those Parmesan pepper crackers that Weiner used to give us.
Mm-hmm. I think I have a recipe in here I found for those.
Just making sure we're getting some rise, but we are. Dead air, everyone. Oh my God, dead air.
Some rise.
Sunrise?
You said you're trying to get some rise, so I came around the corner and said, some rise.
No,
It's like surprise.
I know what you're trying to do. Well, now we have to go back to work on Monday. and
Are
that's-
you sure? Are you sure we do?
Have to go back to work?
Yeah.
We could move to St. Lucia.
Just sell everything. So,
We probably could do that, but it would take a little bit of time. You know, I still need money to pay this house. Well, to do that. You get to the end, and it's always difficult.
You probably have enough.
Now, do you also grate the pine nuts?
No.
Well, that's what I was wondering too. I would trust the process, I guess. Do they go on top of it after
Yeah.
it bakes?
No, while it bakes.
Just going to do it all. Just be safe. I'm sweating so much right now.
Okay, so if it's 2 cups, then you need 1 tablespoon flour.
I just walked out my shoe. That tells you anything? Do I need a bowl?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. So
Well,
I eat.
you think you're just going to mix it in the air?
You could mix it on the board.
Well, normally I have a recipe in front of me, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, that's an idea for side dish. We read you the recipe and you don't get to see it. Can we do it?
Did you just guess at how much that was?
Yeah.
Half a teaspoon oregano, or, whatever.
We're gonna have some Italian seasoning.
Perfect. Just go shimmy, shimmy. Yep, mix it up.
Half a teaspoon?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, on parchment paper, on a cookie sheet.
I have a sill pad.
Oh, okay.
Look at you, fancy. Can you swear on YouTube?
You can
Yep.
say the hell you want.
Hell yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not, playing somebody else's music.
Okay, I think let's use the smallest scoop.
Biggest scoop. Just make one giant tortilla.
Okay. What is it? Smallest?
Yeah.
Stop whispering behind the camera, please.
Put a scoop. Pat it down. Sprinkle leave an inch gap in between.
Correct.
We can't see because of the lid of the flour.
I know. Such is life at the moment.
Special guest Denise.
Perfect.
Denise has a theme song.
Sprinkle with a few. Is there room for more? Is there going to be an inch between those?
Does it for us.
Okay.
Sprinkle with a few pine nuts.
Keep your pine nuts in the refrigerator so they don't go rancid. They still will, but it'll take longer. You can do that with any of your nuts.
That looks great. Then you put them in an oven at 400 for 5 to 7 minutes or until light golden.
We have to wait till the oven comes to temperature.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
Sip your Mai Tai.
Don't want to sip my Mai Tai right
Do you want to put a little Old Bay on those?
now. No. I do not.
All right.
Do you have any Mrs. Dash?
I mean, probably.
Oh, you should put on there
I don't
that
think we
Montreal
do.
steak seasoning.
Yeah. So this is, what do we got? 4 minutes. Just pan over and you can kind of see. They are souffled, if you can see them.
Oh, yeah.
So the what was on the rib? That's why that's why the butter is important. And you can eat it. You can eat it right out of the crock. You do want to let it sit, but this says puffed golden 25 minutes. Set souffle on dish plates and serve. So you just put your ramekin right on the dish and out it goes. We had something similar to this with blue cheese as well, didn't we?
Yeah, blue cheese souffle.
It was pretty good too. So
Delicious.
I
I feel like souffle. Very fancy.
the French would think so. I don't know. I think this might be the first one I've made, except for angel food cake, which is basically just a fancy souffle.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So last night, I think, we ate at this place called Bo's Beach in Fort Lauderdale. It was awesome too. Cool little beach bar, great view of the beach and the people watching because it's spring break. What do you think was in that? It was called smoked fish dip, but the fish was not smoked. It just had smoked paprika on top. What do you think was in there?
What do you mean in terms of the fish, or just
Yeah,
some generic white fish?
it was good, didn't you think?
I wasn't super hungry, so I only had a little bit of it. But I think it was pretty good overall. I like the chips, so I was pretty full. We had like 2 Caesar salads, and we ate there twice. Once for lunch, and then we came back for dinner because, we knew where something good was, so we didn't want to jinx ourselves by having to search for something else. So we told the girl, we're just going to stay here all day and watch the expensive cars drive down A1A Beachfront Avenue.
Ooh.
Yeah, from Ice Ice Baby. That we were sitting right on that road. Yeah, I saw A1A as we were walking, and I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Did you yell out, Beachfront Avenue?
I did it in my head. So I didn't do it out loud, but I did it in my own head, which is good. I'm going to eat just some of this goat cheese. If you mix it up with honey and some figs, oh my God, that'd be really good. And you put it like on a crostini. Also good. All right, so these are going to be done. They're going to be like lava hot when they come out. Like, you probably eat it now, I think, because it's going to be hot enough. Well, you're going to watch me burn my top of my mouth as it is, so that's going to be fun. I don't have utensils, but the niece is on top of that. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're ever in Grenada, go to Clark's Court. They're really cool. And the lady who was serving us, because we got there after, because we were like on a smaller bus and it was just the four of us, right?
Just the four.
And when we got there, the big tour bus had just finished doing the tasting. And she did us a solid and let us taste the nutmeg black gold, which she didn't let the others. There's only four of you.
Oh yeah, see, hold that up. That you can see the lady in the boat in the red petticoat.
You can't. Let me clear this off.
See, so that fruit opens up, and then inside you see the red.
Grenada used to be the second most exporter of nutmeg in the world, and then in 2004, Hurricane Ivan came through and devastated 90%
Of the island.
of the island. So that's going for how long now?
5 to 7
Oh,
minutes.
we'll do 7 and we'll check it. And then these can come out. Don't burn your hands. That would be terrible. Yeah, perfect. I like this. I like it a lot.
I like Picasso.
I like it. Picasso. Hot. Oh yeah.
What is this?
This water that's on the counter. Should everything move here. So, like anything that is souffle-like,
You see it bubbling up the side.
yeah, I wanted to show that. And also in the middle, you can see sort of where the goat cheese has started to melt and the oil and the cheese is separated. But you can also see in some of the other ones that it's sort of sunk down more. Yep, perfect. I don't know. You won't be able to see it with the ramekin, I think, but there's brown on the side and it has good structure, which is what you want. So you can
We might be able to see it if you go from the side closest to the cutting board in the one that's closest to me. This one, side closest to the cutting board. There you go. Not really, but.
Okay. It looks good. It's also lava hot. So I'm going to take a bite of it and go and try and drink my cocktail at the same time. We'll see. You know what we should do?
I don't think it needs any more salt. The goat cheese is awfully salty.
It's a little. You want to make sure you sort of get a little goat cheese in there. Yeah, see the color?
Oh, yeah.
Really good. So that's what you're kind of looking for. You want that color because then the middle has set up nicely. You get good spring back. Just like, again, when we made the angel food cake, it had more flour, so it gave it more structure that way. But really the egg is going to be the star here with, your little egg yolk and milk and stuff mixture. So.
A couple got their picture taken with Doug because they thought Doug was Jeremy Clarkson.
No, James May.
Oh, James May. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me you didn't correct him.
I didn't.
The guy from Popular.
There's this, we know, they said, has anybody ever told you you look like this guy? And I just said, no.
They said, do you know the show Top Gear? And we were like,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, it's me, James May, love.
Nope.
Today we're driving a 1989 Suzuki S75Z.
That's the worst.
All
I
around-
apologize for Jordan to the whole British Isles. because
All
that's
around
it.
the island of St. Lucia.
It's very good.
Well, we'll send it.
Full say.
Uh-huh. The cool thing about this that I like is that the chives really come through in a nice subtle, like, it's not overpowering and sort of like where onion or shallot would be, I think. And then you get the creamy tanginess of that goat cheese. Yeah, make these are good.
This in a salad would
Add
be.
extra Parmesan cheese.
Yeah. Have this,
Yeah, I wonder how much that changed the structure,
Maybe a little
having
bit.
the extra Parmesan cheese in there.
I don't think it was
They
enough.
still popped up, so that's
Yeah.
good.
I don't think it was enough overall, really, to do it. I'm gonna hold one of these up to get a little better.
I assume did.
I know you did, but I just want to.
Okay, I'm zooming in again.
I like it.
It's the souffle shuffle.
So you can have any kind of ramekin, like I said, will work in this. If you've got like specific souffle ramekins, which are they're corrugated on the side, right?
Yep.
These are obviously we got for French onion soup, which by the way, the French onion soup on that boat was so good. It was really brothy. They had double beef consomme a couple of times that was good. You always said it's just somebody.
They had cold soups.
Oh yeah.
We have blueberry soup, cold pea soup,
Oh yeah.
uh,
That's fancy.
cauliflower soup.
Did they have different spoons?
No.
They had a big, we had a lot of utensils each night.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, Carmen.
It's been 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Oh, 5 to 7 minutes. We'll check them. Nope, not yet.
They need to be crisp.
Crisp. No, they need to be golden brown.
This is a great cocktail.
You will need a cooling rack for them.
Correct. Okay. If you got a cooling rack that is checked like this, checker pattern, that's what you want. Because if it's just like the rack, then it will more easily slide through. Do I need a spatula?
I would assume so, yes.
Get a little wonky here. One minute. I got this at a restaurant supply store. You can get when you get it like this, and it fits in a quarter sheet pan perfectly. So if you're making bacon in the oven, you can just
It's all over me.
Sure.
My mouth a little oily.
from the
Yeah, but not kid. Oh,
from
never mind. Here we go.
from the goat cheese.
From the goat cheese.
The goat cheese. So yeah, bubbly is what you're looking for. Yeah.
Yee.
We're just waiting now. We got 1 minute. What do you guys want to talk about? Did you mess us live? I bet. This is an incoherent mess. Felt like
We did go to a wine tasting of Oregon wines, and what I figured out is I just am not a fan of Pinot.
no, because it was Pinot Gris, Gris, and Pinot Noir, and Pinot Gris is the American style of a Pinot Grigio, which is from France.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you really need to know. And it's a white wine. I suppose that's something else you probably want to know. Brown around the sides.
Yep. There's going to be floppy boppy messes. Are you going to be able to move them? Oh, you can. I am impressed.
Still bad.
So
It's like that. You know, Parmesan chips, everybody. If you had one of those taco racks that you could, you make tortillas
Yes.
on, you could make these in little.
Keto taco
little
shells.
tortillas, Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. That's starting to get really, really hot.
You know, I was just about to ask you, but I didn't want to mess up your
Rhythm.
groove.
I don't know how long do these.
And then we make more.
Yep, we make more, but you don't get to see them more. So
More is
Just trust us.
it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna make them. All right. Well, that's it. Of the tiredest I've ever been in a long time. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we're back as to normal, 4 p.m. We would have been 4 p.m. today, but we got in at like 1:30, and then I just couldn't get myself together. So next week, who knows what we're going to do. Probably back to some older recipes out of the old cookbooks. It'll just be Carmen and Jordan and I. No, just Carmen and I next week. Because Jordan will be out of town. And
Why
Amy,
not Denise?
Denise
Oh, I'll be gone.
and Amy will be gone.
Where are
So
you gonna be?
I'm going to be in Elko at the
Elko, Because guess who else is
representative
going to be in Elko? This guy.
assembly for the teachers unions. Jordan, do you want to go to Basque?
Yeah, which one?
The Star.
Yeah, I
Okay.
most certainly want to go to the Star.
Yeah, I figured you would.
On the next episode of Side Dish, I'll talk about the time I got kicked out of the Star.
Oh no.
All right. Well,
Are they going to let you back in?
Oh, yes.
we'll do that. We'll do that. I think these are crisp enough to try. How do you think?
Hell yeah.
Well, they're hot, so they're not totally crisp.
Oh, all the yum just fell.
My nuts fell off.
I mean, that doesn't suck.
It's Parmesan cheese, Italian seasoning, and pine nuts. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what's to be bad about that? But yeah, so we should be getting into our groove as we move into summer. We're gonna start maybe doing some stuff outside because it's gonna be nice. And one of our goals after this trip was to spend some more time in nature, especially even if it's just
Oh
in
my
our
God,
backyard.
this episode has been an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
wrap it up.
You know, it's just what it is. So, anyways, thanks for sticking by as we move forward here. Anyways, we'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by. We love you so much. And remember, be kind, be loyal, and do something nice for somebody next week. And, love myself. Bye.